Welcome all my home shoppers out there. Today we are in Cedar Park, Texas, in a community called Tanner Ranch by Ash Creek Homes. My name is Omar Pineda, your Austin realtor with eXp Realty, and just take a look. I got a chance to fly my drone. It was a beautiful day, no wind, so it was very easy to fly. And just take a look and take a note of just how large these lot sizes are. You know, the front yard, the backyard. This is Tanner Ranch, and it's only 10 acres. It used to be an old horse farm, and now you can see what this is what the neighborhood around surrounding it looks like. And you can just see how close all the homes are to each other compared to Tanner Ranch here, smack dab in the middle of this already well-established community in Cedar Park. And one big draw to Cedar Park, Texas is just its convenience to downtown Austin. It already has so many conveniences of just having a major grocery stores, things to do. And Cedar Park is by far one of the best cities to live in if you're thinking of somewhere north of Austin in Williamson County, right? There's so much, it's so lush and so green. And you could see that they actually were able to keep a lot of those mature trees in this community. So this is the Daisy Floorplan. It's identical to what the model home looks like in this community, and it's 3 beds, 2 baths, and it includes a study. It's 0.2 acres up for when it comes to the lot size, and right here we'll see the home office. Right, most of I think if not all the floor plans from what I saw have that same configuration of 3 beds, 2 baths, and has a study. Now, could you change that? If it's a to be built, 100%, they will work with you. But on this particular home, this is move-in ready today, and this particular home is carrying a $20,000 incentive if you can close and get under contract while this incentive lasts, right? And you could use that in a few different ways. You could use that $20,000 to help pay for the closing costs, to help buy down that interest rate, and those are 2 different things here. Buy down the interest rate enough so if you're doing the traditional financing route. If you're paying all cash, you could just take that 20 right off the top and just pay and just save yourself $20,000 instantly. So again, these incentives are for select homes in their inventory. It's not for the whole community. And right now they just have this one particular one that's carrying this incentive, right? And they're almost done with their phase 1. They're about to start in their phase 2. Actually, when I was touring this, this is April 23rd, 2024, when I'm recording this. So I visited this community this past week. The Martin, that's the floor plan that they're going to be unveiling in the next couple of weeks. So if you really want to see that, subscribe to the channel, because that's going to be their largest floor plan and have the high vaulted ceilings that everyone loves, because it just makes it seem more grand, and it just adds that kind of like appeal, especially when you first see it. It's like, man, this place is so nice, right? They're going to be done. I was actually able to tour it this day, but it was still under construction. But I did get a feel for like that, how grand the high ceilings were, and that was called the Martin. So the deposit here, the earnest deposit. So that's the big kind of drawback to this community, is that it's non-refundable, right? So if you go under contract, yes, you do have time to do your due diligence and get your inspections done, but it's a very short window. So if you don't have all that lined up and you fall out of your option period, then that's when that earnest deposit is non-refundable, right? So it really behoove you to make sure that you have all your ducks lined up before you go under contract. And typically for this kind of price point, because we're looking in the high 600s, low 700s for this for this community, that's a lot of money for people. And people, for the most part, are having to sell their home and using the proceeds for that to buy into this community, which is fine, but that you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot and make an offer that's contingent on you selling your old home. So what people, especially when you have this earnest deposit that you could potentially lose. So what are people doing? They're selling their home before they go under contract. But right now the market's a little bit crazy. We're definitely transitioning from a seller's market to a buyer's market, right? So home sellers are having a little bit more trouble getting their home sold, especially at the price point they want. So this community is offering that kind of incentive because they're trying to incentivize more foot traffic for people to come check out their community. And honestly, I think they need to do a better job of the marketing, which is where I come in, right? When you need to fly a drone to get that perspective, to just see how big these homes are compared to the surrounding community, right? I will kind of go back, because I had at the beginning of this video kind of that drone shot, and I'll pause it so you can really take a look, especially where you see this, that tree line, that's where it divides this Tanner Ranch from the rest of the neighborhood that's already well established, right? So that's another big draw, is the mature trees, right? They were able to keep some, and you could just see how much lots they have available to continue to build, and what they have done right now is part of their phase one. So, and again, this lock and leave lifestyle is fantastic, because it's literally lock and leave, where you can lock your front door and leave for a period of time and know that at least the outside of your house is taken care of, because that HOA, even though it's a hefty price tag of $250 a month, your lawn care in the front and back is provided for, and I believe that includes your water as well. So that's all taken care of, which is really, really nice. The location, again, is, I think, what's drawing this a little bit higher price tag, is because you're in Cedar Park, Texas, and it's a new build. So with that new build, you get that nice home warranty, and so that's going to be very, just kind of give you that peace of mind that if there's any major breakdown, more often than not, you can go through your home warranty to cover that cost. Right? They have a 1, 2, and 10-year warranty. So here is the drone shot. I did have it towards the end. So you could really see, and I'll pause here, just the difference between how much space you get in Tanner Ranch compared to surrounding homes. You see, that's a big draw here. And you really can't see that from the ground. You only can see that from the Jones perspective, which is, I think, is what sells this place, right? And because it's only a 10-acre community, there's only, and how spaced out these homes are, right? 0.2 acres lot size for the most part. There's not that much construction left before they're done, right? And you could see they don't have that many lots left before they're completely done, and then construction's done, right? A lot of times with these master plan communities, especially in the Austin area, they're building hundreds of homes for the next couple years. So you're going to have that construction traffic. You're going to have just the sounds of people building all the time, especially if you're buying into a new build community. That's kind of the price you have to pay. But here, you can see there's an end in sight, because there's not that much left, right? And then again, 10 acres, and how spaced out they did their homes. They could have easily, especially with these, like with how these builders like to operate, they want to really get their bank, a return on their investment, so they kind of will build homes that are kind of close to each other, so it's very densely populated. But not here in Tanner Ranch. They went completely the opposite direction, which is they give you a home that's sized for the right buyer, right? It's not a whole lot of home. 1,900 square feet, it's not a lot of home, but that means the upkeep is going to be very manageable for you, and the lawn care, even though it's ample in size, it's taken care of for you already. So it's really for that lock and leave lifestyle, right? And here's another image, right, where you could see just where the old neighborhood looks like compared to and here's a tree compared to what Tanner Ranch looks like, right? So here, I'll just pause here. There's, I believe, 6 different floor plans to choose from. The Martin, if you can kind of tell, is, well, I don't have a pointer for this, but I'm gonna if you subscribe to my channel, I definitely will come back here to tour the Martin floor plan, so you can see those high vaulted ceilings, and you can just see how much they have left, which is, I mean, just from off the top of my head here, it looks like they're a little bit just under 50% done. So they still have a few more floor plans to be built, and that's it. Then Tanner Ranch will be done. And again, finding new construction in Cedar Park, Texas, if it pops up, especially in a community where you're getting such a huge lot size, that's a big plus. So what's the best way to get in touch with me? That would be, if you're interested in touring today and taking advantage of that buyer incentive, then give me a call or text me so we can schedule time to come out and talk to the salesperson. Or if you're looking at to be built, then let's schedule a time to talk to my calendar. I have my calendar link in the description. We'll do a Zoom call, and that way we can come with a game plan to see how I can best bring value to you and see where you're at in your journey, right? And we'll just have a more meaningful conversation when it's on my calendar, because I live by my calendar, and that's the only way I keep my sanity in the business, is when my day's structured like that. So again, if you are interested in touring, call me today. If you want to come up with a game plan, strategize a little bit to see what other floor plans they have to offer, or maybe you want a to be built, you want to have a little bit more say in the customization of your home, we can go talk to the salesperson and see what's available. But remember, these incentives are only tied to select inventory, so don't just assume that's everything in this community, right? And they can come and go in a moment's notice depending on when a buyer takes advantage of it. So again, my name is Omar Pineda, your Austin realtor with eXp Realty. I appreciate you for watching. Please smash that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel if you like all things new construction around the Austin area. That is going to be your market if you're a buyer going into 2024, and I would say into 2025, because these builders are the only ones that are offering these kind of financial incentives to help buy down that interest rate. And I personally don't see that interest rate dropping this year or next year anytime soon. If it is, it's going to be very incremental, so small that it's not going to even, you're not going to even see that in your monthly mortgage kind of reflect. Now with the builders, with that $20,000 incentive, some builders are offering a little bit more depending on that price point. You can buy that percentage down by 2 points. So I think 7% is what's tracking now, and I'm recording this April 23rd, 2024. And I've seen some builders offer 4 to 5%. That's pretty significant when you look at your monthly statement. You look at your monthly, what your monthly mortgage payment's going to be. So again, that's something these builders can offer because they have a relationship or typically their own in-house lender. So they just have a lot more flexibility when it comes to the financing. Okay, that's it for this video. I appreciate you for watching. Until next time.